Jelly Roll makes fans cry with recent announcement in a moment that has left his loyal supporters deeply emotional and connected more than ever before to the country rap sensation who has transformed himself from an underdog in the Nashville underground scene to one of the most beloved figures in mainstream music and entertainment. The announcement came during a heartfelt livestream followed by a social media post where Jelly Roll, whose real name is Jason Deford, broke down barriers between celebrity and fan by revealing personal truths that shook the entire community. His raw authenticity and emotional delivery made thousands cry as they watched him speak, not just as a performer but as a man who has fought demons, conquered impossible odds, and now stands vulnerable in front of the world, ready to open another chapter in his life. The announcement itself, while wrapped in hope, carried an intensity that touched on themes of family sacrifice, health, career crossroads, and the price of fame, creating a tidal wave of reactions online where fans shared their own stories of inspiration, heartbreak, and gratitude for the way Jelly Roll has never hidden his flaws or his journey. His voice cracked as he delivered the news, saying he felt it was time to be honest with everyone who has walked with him, from tiny bars to stadiums, from mixtapes to awards stages, from mugshots to magazine covers. He reminded the world that success never erased his past and never protected him from struggle. Instead, it gave him the courage to speak about it openly. What stunned fans most was how he linked his personal announcement to the broader message of healing, community, and resilience, themes that have long been at the heart of his music. His songs, from Save Me to Son of a Sinner to Need a Favor, have always acted as lifelines to people battling their own pain, and in this announcement he once again became that lifeline, but this time with his own tears streaming in real time. Some fans initially feared the worst, thinking he might be stepping away from music or facing a devastating diagnosis, but Jelly Roll clarified that his announcement, while heavy, was also hopeful. He spoke of health struggles, both physical and emotional, admitting the toll that relentless touring, late nights, and years of pushing himself to the limit have taken on his body and mind. He revealed his doctors urged lifestyle changes and hinted at taking a pause to focus on wellness, but he reassured everyone that music would never leave his soul. Instead, he framed it as a rebirth, an opportunity to recharge, to live longer. For his wife Bunny XO, who stood beside him offering silent support, and for his daughter Bailey, who has always been his greatest reason to keep fighting. Fans wept when he spoke directly to them, thanking them for saving his life time and time again with their loyalty, their stories, and their voices at shows. He admitted that many nights he wanted to give up, but then he would hear the crowd singing every lyric back to him, and it gave him the strength to face another day. As he spoke, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube exploded with messages, hashtags like #WeLoveYouJelly and #ThankYouJelly began trending. Fans uploaded reaction videos where they themselves cried while replaying his words. Many said they had never felt such a raw connection to an artist. Some compared the moment to when Johnny Cash sang about pain, or when artists like Chester Bennington used their voices to expose inner battles. Except Jelly Roll delivered his truth not in a polished studio recording but through trembling words directly to his fans. One woman shared how she lost her brother to addiction, but Jelly Roll's announcement and honesty gave her peace, knowing artists like him were keeping the fight alive. Another man said he was days away from ending his life, but Jelly Roll's music had already pulled him back from the edge, and this announcement sealed his promise to keep fighting. Two critics who once dismissed Jelly Roll as just another crossover act had no choice but to acknowledge that he was shaping a movement bigger than chart positions. He was redefining what it meant to be an artist in an era of superficial fame. He was showing that vulnerability sells more tickets than bravado, that tears can be louder than beats. Industry insiders predict this announcement, though emotional, could mark the start of his most powerful era yet, as fans rally behind him with more devotion than ever. Some speculate a documentary might follow capturing this raw chapter. Others believe a new album will channel this pain into the most honest project of his career. Bunny XO later shared her own message, saying she had never been prouder of her husband and that his courage would save lives. She called him a warrior and reminded fans that even their heroes need love and support. The post went viral itself, cementing their bond as one of the most authentic couples in entertainment history. What adds weight to this announcement is Jelly Roll's backstory, a man who grew up surrounded by struggle, cycles of addiction, prison time, and hopelessness, who somehow climbed to Grammy stages and Grand Ole Opry performances. He was never supposed to make it this far, yet here he is, not pretending to be invincible but reminding us he is human. Fans say this only makes them love him more because it feels like he is walking this road with them, not ahead of them. His willingness to show cracks in his armor turns his concerts into confessions, his albums into therapy, And his announcements into revolutions long after the live stream ended. Fans continued dissecting every word, creating threads, essays, podcasts and videos about what Jelly Roll represents in today's music landscape. Psychologists even weighed in, saying his openness about pain sets a precedent for healthier fan-artist relationships where connection replaces idolization. Music journalists argue that this could influence the next generation of artists to abandon facades and embrace truth, something desperately needed in a time when so many stars collapse under the pressure to appear perfect. As the days pass since the announcement, Jelly Roll has been flooded with love, support and prayers. Thousands are sending him letters, gifts and digital tributes. Radio stations dedicated blocks of airtime to replaying his songs, with listeners calling in to share how those lyrics saved them in ways he may never fully understand. Concert promoters say demand for his future shows has spiked rather than fallen, as fans are eager to show up not just for the music but for the man behind it. The tears that rolled down his face that night were mirrored by tears in living rooms, bedrooms and car rides across America and beyond, making the moment more than just an announcement. It became a collective cry, a unifying heartbeat between artist and audience. Jelly Roll has always said he never wanted to be famous, he just wanted to be heard, and in this moment he proved that being heard sometimes means making people cry, not from sadness alone but from recognition, healing and hope. And while the road ahead may require him to slow down, refocus and prioritize his health, one thing is clear: Jelly Roll is not stepping away, he is stepping deeper into the bond with his fans, deeper into the legacy he is building, deeper into the truth that has always defined him. This announcement will go down not as an ending but as a milestone, a night when Jelly Roll reminded the world that tears are powerful, that honesty is revolutionary and that music at its core is about more than charts and awards. It is about souls connecting across distance and circumstance. When the live stream ended and the screen went dark, thousands were left sitting in silence, tears on their cheeks but hearts strangely full, because in Jelly Roll they saw themselves, they saw resilience, imperfection, survival and hope. His recent announcement may have made fans cry, but it also gave them strength, unity and a renewed belief that no matter how dark life gets, there is always a song to sing and a story to share, and Jelly Roll will be right there singing it with them. Thanks for watching this video and please subscribe our Talent Spotlight Adol YouTube channel for more update news.